Hello and welcome back to another video. Today, something a little bit different. I thought I would show you kind of first person view up my climb up the Shibden Wall, which is an absolute beast of a climb, and it's situated just north of Halifax. So at the weekend, a group of us had a ride that was kind of playing homage to the Tour of Flanders. So we were taking on a few of the kind of cobble climbs in and around Halifax and Sowerby Bridge. And yeah, the Shibden Wall was one of those climbs, and one of those climbs I've actually wanted to do for quite a number of years. It was actually included in stage 3 of the 2017 Tour de Yorkshire, and where I actually came down and tried to watch the pros ride up this climb. However, it was so busy on the climb I couldn't actually get on to watch them ride up the cobbles. As you can see, the first part of this climb is on tarmac, which came as a bit of a welcome relief, as we'd already done quite a bit of climbing already that day, and actually had just done Trooper Lane, which is probably arguably even more of a brute of a climb. So yeah, it's fair to say that the fatigue was already building in the legs. But the Shibden Wall, the kind of stats behind it in total, so it's the Shibden Wall is 900 metres long, with an average gradient of 14.6%, and it raises over 130 metres in that 900 metres. And yeah, the cobbles start at around about 350 metres into the climb, but as you can see, like, it's already been over 10%, and so yeah, you're already having to put down a bit of power. So after about 350 metres, the cobbles start, and yeah, as you can see, my power goes up straight up to about 500 watts, and this is probably one of the worst sections. As you just fighting with that gear, you can see my cadence has dropped to around about 50, and yeah, the elevation just seems to keep climbing and climbing. So there it is at 22%. And it is just really tough to kind of like pick a line. There's quite a few gaps in the cobbles, and so here I'm just kind of following Tom, and just I think I'm out of the saddle at this point, just like Tom is, which on a wet day that would be absolutely impossible with these kind of gradients and the kind of smoothness of the cobbles on the top of them. It would be impossible. I think that gate on the side there, you can kind of just see it, like what actual angle, the gradient of the actual road. So yeah, the first stretch pretty tough, and then goes round the first of the hairpins round to the right, where it actually levels off just a little bit, and I think it drops down to about 12-13%. But that 12-13%, it feels like it's absolutely flat compared to the pitches of 20% or so. Luckily there was no cars and stuff, so I was able to kind of pick a line that I really wanted. So here I'm kind of trying to mellow out the corner as much as possible, taking it as wide as possible, so I've gone far to the right, because yeah, in that corner I think it's about 25% or so. So extremely steep, and I'd never done this climb before, and I've not done too much research into it. So turning that corner, I thought that was close to the top, but actually I think it gets a lot worse from here on out. I think for these cobbles so far I've been averaging around about 400 watts. So, and yeah, we've been going for a good couple of minutes on the cobbles, and about 4.5 minutes so far into the climb. So yeah, but lungs are burning, legs are burning, just trying to kind of get over that gear, because yeah, I don't think my cadence really goes above like 55-60 the whole way up on the cobbles. So I think I've seen people have done this in the past, of like you can just jump on that curb, and onto the path and get a nice smoother way up, but yeah, I wanted to kind of keep it as authentic as possible. So yeah, stuck it on the road. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Obviously we'd get a faster time up the climb if I jumped onto the pavement, but yeah, that's definitely cheating, isn't it? So at this point, yeah, legs absolutely burning, cadence is dropping again, heart rate is up to 173 beats per minute. So there's not an all-out effort, but pretty much this is the amount of power just to keep moving forward. So like 450 watts just to keep moving forward. I think at this point I was questioning my own life decisions of going up this climb, and it's still probably another 150 meters to go. Absolute suffering. This is an absolute brute of a climb. So at this point I can just about see the top. Try to pick the cadence up as much as possible. In case of just trying to get there, not weaving anymore. And I think at this point, the gradient just kind of levels off a little bit, drops down. Which is quite nice, because I think if it was this completely steep to the top, I don't think I would have made it. According to Strava, complete the climb in 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Average power was 369 watts, so pretty much just over threshold, and maxed out at 555 watts. My average cadence was actually 58, which so you can see, just grinding it out, pretty much sat in the saddle most of the way.